going on, guys? Welcome back to Cruising the South, and if you're new to the channel, a big welcome. Here at Cruising the South, we share with you guys all the awesome places we go with the boat, but also all the problems and projects. Basically just a snapshot of ownership of one of these toys, right? So we're actually on exciting days here on Cruising the South. We are replacing the engine, as you guys probably saw in the past videos, but yeah, let me show you guys what's going on. This is just a quick update of what's going on right now. So let me open my hatches. He opens really nicely like this. This is my main hatch. Now let me just hook this up like this. And I don't know if you guys watched the past episode or not, but you know, I had a pushing rod failure on this engine. So we're gonna be replacing this bad boy. As you can see, I already have it all disconnected. I took the transmission out. My main problem taking this engine, dismounting this engine, was just those 4 bolts from that shaft, right? Once I disconnected those 4 bolts, because they were quite rusty, because they sit so low by the bilge, once I took those off, everything else is just like nice and lubed bolts, you know. So everything just came out, my distributor, my carburetor, you know, everything else. So the bell housing, I already took it out with the flywheel. So everything came out really nicely, as you can hold on, let me come over here. Sorry, I got the stabilizer. So I already took my wheelie out of there. So let me go underneath the boat so I can show you guys how does it look down there. Okay guys, so see, like, don't worry, this is not the only support that I have for the engine. The engine is actually supported by the jacks right there. So you can see the jacks right there. That's what's actually holding the engine up. I have another one right here. Okay, so I was actually thinking that my main seal was leaking, but I think only on higher RPM I was getting a drip from down here. But other than that, but he also have some woods down here just in case, you know, this engine wants to move down or something. That's just a, you know, just be safe about it, but there's no weight on that, you know. All the weight is here and on those jacks right there. So, like, you know, yeah, I've been doing like a little cleaning down here. I cleaned the top of these batteries because, you know, servicing this boat throughout the you know, the time that I have on it, it accumulates a lot of garbage down there. But yeah, she's ready for the pool. I don't know if you guys watched the prior episode or not, but you know, the way I'm gonna get this engine out of here, because, you know, you can see my boat's still on the water. I'm having a barge come and park right here. This barge actually can extend out 60 feet, so that's gonna be a pretty exciting job. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that. So the barge is gonna grab this engine, hoist it out of here. At that point, I'm gonna have my truck backed up right here with the new engine on top, and I have a crate already, so he can, you know, the guy can put this engine on the top of a crate right here, and you know, grab the new engine from the top of my truck and put the new engine here, and then grab the old engine and put on top of my truck, and then we in it for the win, baby. So yeah guys, just wanted to show you guys an update. And also, like, I had a subscriber talk to me about it, that he had 1100 hours on his engine, and he always thought that, you know, he's on borrowed time now. So, like, how many hours these engines really last, right? Well, I am pushing 2400 hours on this one. Okay, actually that engine right there, sorry guys, I'm giving a hard time with this thing. That engine right there actually was replaced before I got this boat. So this engine right here was pushing 2400 hours on it, and she was still running great. But the past month or so, I mean, not the past month, the past year or so, she's been slowly dropping oil pressure, you know. Now where that one runs from 30 to 70 psi, this one was already all the way down to 10 psi, which you only really need 4 psi idle to run, right? But it was at 10, so I kind of knew something was coming already, you know. But now, you know, my pushing rod bearing failed, so now we're just gonna put a brand new engine over here, and I'll be more detailed of putting it together than I am being, you know, dismounting it, because dismounting is just take it apart, you know. Putting it back together was the tricky part. So but I had a friend that used to work for a barging company, like a towing company, and he was telling me that his boat had twin 454s on it, and he was pushing like over 3,000 hours on them, like you know. But I guess engines that work more will last longer than the engines that don't work that much, right? So like per se, you can have, you know, 3,000 hours in, like, you know, a couple decades or in a few years, you know. So the more you run, the more they're gonna last for sure, because of the salt environment. But yeah, I would personally think that 3,000 hours on these engines is to be expected. You know, if the oil pressure is good, you've been taking care of the engine good, I would say 3,000 hours. But yeah, mine failed at 2400. I could just fix the problem, you know, like take this engine out, flip it, change all the bearings out and put it back in there. But I went for the new route engine, I mean the new engine route, because then I have all new pistons, everything's gonna be fresh. It's gonna be so sweet. Can't wait to take this boat to the Bahamas as soon as I finish this engine. That will be like the celebration. Now let me show you guys inside. Inside is a mess right now. See, that's my transmission right there. That's my transmission. She's like, I thought it was like 50 pounds or something. Man, this thing is heavy. It's more like only 100 pounds or more. Now this is all the parts that I had that I took it out, you know. That's all the components of the engine. Now there's a few things that I'm gonna have to change per se. I'm gonna transform this engine and make it a fresh water cooled engine, where right now the setup is for raw water cooled. So that's gonna be a pretty awesome episode too. So again, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to stay tuned for that. And yeah, today I'm going to be cleaning, you know, my main parts that are gonna go back per se. The flywheel housing, and the feet for the transmission. I'm gonna be cleaning all this up. I'm gonna be cleaning it and repaint it. See, these are the feet for the transmission. As you can see, like it needs to be cleaned, sanded, and painted again. So yeah guys, thank you for coming along, and I'll see you guys in the very next episode. The next episode should be me going getting the engine, and then after that it's dropping in time. So thank you for coming along, and I see you guys on the very next episode. Bye.